Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and it's been a while, but I got a new addition to the fleet and also some exciting news about Whiskey Gap in general. You don't want to miss this episode, so stay tuned. Well, everybody, it's been a while, and I just thought I would start to get more active into the videos again. Of course, the channel, it does have a little bit of diversity to it. I'm, doing my Whiskey Gap historical preservation. The house is actually now in my possession, so there'll be a lot of renovations and progress on keeping an old farmhouse up to date and restored. But today's episode is all about my new acquisition, which is a 2025 Mitsubishi RVR or Outlander Sport if you're a US consumer. Now, this RVR is a decision I made to buy a company vehicle. I was originally looking for a small compact pickup truck or even a half-ton pickup truck, but in today's market and the overpriced evaluation of those vehicles wasn't really in the works. And to compound that, the entry-level base model work spec trucks are very hard to get here in Canada. So I decided to go with my favorite compact sport utility vehicle, which is the Mitsubishi RVR. I had one when I did a winter driving course a couple years ago where I drove it almost across Canada to about 3 provinces, and the thing was brilliant. It's an age platform, but it offers value, simplicity, and excellent value for your money. So we're going to get into this one here, why I chose it in white, and what the plans are with it. Unfortunately, the Volvo is gone. I had to make a sacrifice. I am going to be doing a lot of driving and piling on the miles, and the winters in here in southern Alberta can be quite punishing, so it made sense to buy something with a little bit of all-wheel drive off-road performance. Now, this is not an off-roader, but Mitsubishi can change that, and that'll be coming up in some future videos. But for now, we're just going to introduce you to the Mitsubishi RVR and the newest addition to the Cordetti Motorsports fleet. Well, guys, I bought the base version with the 4-wheel drive. It's an ES, so it doesn't have any fancy features that, a lot of the upper scale models did. If I bumped myself up to the Eclipse Cross, which was very tempting, but I was looking for something as basic as I could get, the most traditional, conventional type of vehicle. So the RVR fits the bill. Again, really like the style, like the performance, like the simplicity of the drivetrain and the overall packaging that Mitsubishi has done. Quite popular. It's a very aged platform. It's been on the market with just minimal updates since about 2011. So it's about a 15-year-old platform now, and it's bulletproof. And it offers, still a competitive advantage out there in today's complexity in vehicles and high pricing. Well, guys, the nice styling, I like that chiseled front look, that shield look that Mitsubishi is going for. And again, it's in that diamond white color, which is part of the company vehicle, is where I'm going to be using it for. It's for my Trail Safe Canada entity. So that's why I went with the white color, just because it will be a company vehicle. And under the hood, I went with the base engine, which is a 2-liter, 148 horsepower, hooked up to a CVT transmission. And moving to the wheels, we got 16-inch basic steel wheels with wheel covers. I'm going to do a video of how many vehicles are left on the market with just simple hubcaps, as we call it. This is one of the attractions. I wanted, like I said, a very basic, minimalistic vehicle. The Mirage is no longer available, which we do have one. You've seen in my other videos. That car's been doing excellent. However, the Mirage did get some higher content packaging in its later years, so it did not offer the basic packages that you would have gotten, a couple years prior. And namely, the Mirage went to aluminum wheels. However, with the RVR still being an older platform, they still make it with the steel wheels with the hubcaps, which is what I was going for. Again, you still get the nice styling, you still get the LED daytime running lights, you still get this nice accent striping there that's been, a design language in a lot of modern vehicles. You get color painted door handles with the mirrors, so it does offer a little bit more of that, upscale look rather than base model look. Now the back has those hammer, Thor hammer style tail lights, and again just the rear treatment with a little bit of a diffuser on the back chin spoiler. It's got the rear window wiper and again backup camera, so it's pretty well set. Again, this is the all-wheel control is what I was going for, so this system is going to be really good for the winter time here. I do want to give a shout out to Lethbridge Mitsubishi. They are the ones that I purchased this vehicle for, and they are really good to deal with, very friendly. They had lots of choices on their lot, and I really felt supported as a buyer. So anyway, guys, yeah, that's the kind of the exterior. It looks really good in white. I'm going to just do a simple decal on the door and my website on the back bumper. That's all that's going to get, because like I said, this has to deal with both the company vehicle and my daily driver, as the 6.0 is just going to be doing, you know, runs for the dump runs and also the dirt bike hauler and everything else. So I don't want to mile that truck out, so we are going to be putting some miles on it, and there's no better other vehicle to do it with than the RVR. Now the RVR, the name RVR is Recreational Vehicle Runner. Now that name is only used in 3 countries. It's only used in Canada, obviously. It's Japan and South Korea. The rest of it has different nameplates. In the States, it's the Outlander Sport. Again, Mitsubishi's marketing has just made it done that way. Now, this does not have recovery hooks. You know, it's again base model. A lot of vehicles in this price point do not have it, and I even think their Trail Edition doesn't, which we'll go through that a little bit. But the tires on this seem to be very good. They're just a basic Geolander. I don't even know. They're, yeah, Yokohama Geolander with decent tread. I am going to be putting some winter tires on this vehicle. We're going to do a video on that because we are going to do a winter prep. And there's just a little bit of a truck going by. Gets a bit noisy here in Whiskey Gap from time to time. But there's the exterior, guys. And again, not too bad of a vehicle overall. Now coming into the hatch, you basically, oh, look at that, I have it locked. So again, it's just a basic key. We don't get these anymore. You usually get fobs. But you can get the lock, unlock button, and then just have it through the back tailgate. It's a one-hand operation on struts. In the back here, this is where I get my groceries, so there will be a winter prep package here in the back soon enough. We'll go through what I'm going to keep in this vehicle as a winter prep package, but for now we're just going to go talk a little bit about the car. It's got the 60/40 folding seats. It's generous cargo space for a compact you know, CUV. My stepdad's wheelchair fits in here no problem, and there's still room for other amenities and groceries. One thing I really like about this vehicle, we are getting away from spare tires, but Mitsubishi still gives you a spare tire and jack. So that is a big bonus in my opinion. The cost cutting of removing a temporary spare is a big mistake, especially if you live in a rural area where, you know, the pump is going to be just problematic. You get a flat tire on this road, -40, those little pumps and fix-a-flats are totally useless. So definitely kudos to Mitsubishi for still including a spare tire and a full hatch options. Continuing with the door panels, the front does offer a little bit of a nice chrome striping there. Again, soft padded armrest. Other than that, it's more of a harder plastics, which is, you know, typical in this price point. You get your power windows on all 4 corners with your door lock, your security for if you have children, and your power mirrors with your door handle and speakers. So nothing really too complicated in there, but let's go inside and take a look around. So what we have here, again, sorry about the bad camera angle and the sun bleach. I might have to change that. You just have a basic dashboard design. This has been around quite a while. And so anyways, you're not going to see anything new here. But what I like about the center console, we'll go over to the instrumentation in a bit. You got no stand-up screen, which I'm really not a fan of. Some vehicles are growing on me, but traditionally I like the integrated screen. It doesn't look like a cheap add-on. It looks more that it was designed in the vehicle. Now this one does have backup camera, home, media mode, phone setting. It's a very basic setup for maps and for every other type of issue that you can get in there. You're going to look at, you know, more of a basic infotainment. However, what I like about this vehicle is it's not a one and done screen. It's just a radio with your settings. And if you want your mapping, you just hook up your cell phone and then it becomes, you know, a little bit more a traditional what you'd get in the modern vehicles. However, what I like about it is that you have your separate HVAC control system. And so you got your AC controls and your HVAC controls, and just below that you got your input, so you can, like I said, hook up your phone, your heated seats, your stability control, and a 12-volt things. Now these are no longer cigarette lighters, although it looks like it. This is just a plug to simulate it, so we don't, you know, many people don't smoke anymore, but that does have the appearance of one. You got this nice shelf here. You got a nice basic four-wheel drive button, which is awesome, and I'm going to show you why I like that better than these new terrain select modes that a lot of these manufacturers are fooling around with. Traditional grab handle for your shifter, traditional, and again, it's one of the best features that I in today's vehicles. And then your dual cup holders, and again, your standard park brake. You know, not like today's vehicles, which is all electronics. And then again, oops, got some garbage in there. Your center armrest, which is really nice. It's got a good finish to it with storage as well. So let's fire it up. Let's turn the steering wheel so we can see what we have here. So everything lights up. Again, you got your Mitsubishi area. So again, this will just show it. So I'm just gonna do the audio off just so we're not getting interrupted. Look at that, traditional gauges. Something, again, going away. Everything is digital. Everything is computer screens. These are things that do not age well, in my opinion, especially if you want to keep the vehicle long term. This is a very easy, intuitive design. Something you can sweep with your eyes that don't take it off the road. It's simple and standard. So you're just going to get an RPM gauge on the left-hand side. Your center will have your info lights, and also your fuel gauge, temperature gauge. And you can also, if you look at it, go from four-wheel drive to four-wheel lock, and again, in your standard two-wheel drive, which is front wheels. Your speedometer, odometer, everything is located in there. You can go through that info switch, which gives you, your menu option at the top, average fuel mileage, setting of a menu, trip, odometers, your maintenance indicator light, everything's through the center. And again, very basic controls, but most things what you need. Steering wheel, really nice, just a basic steering wheel. It's not leather wrapped or anything like that, but comes with your media on the left hand side for your phone, your Bluetooth audio and everything like that, and then your speed control, cruise control on the right side of it. And then coming down here is your light switches on your stalks and your wipers for the rear and the front, and just the general usage, which is more traditional. And then in the back here, you can tell I went with the base model, so I got no optional packaging. And this is where, an upper level trim will have areas. Now, however, if I decide to modify the vehicle at any time, I got places where I can put some custom switches. But basically, that's kind of it, really. We're kind of coming to the end. We got your lights, our mirrors, and they're both on both sides. Again, just a nice place to be. It does run nice, quiet, and smooth. Again, the audio's good. Stuff like where you're going to see the age of the vehicle is in the backup camera. It's not a trajectory where you're going to see where the lines are. But again, it's a backup camera. It's mandated by Transport Canada. It's just a basic unit. We're not going to be watching TV too much, but again, it's a little bit on the side that's not going to be as crisp or as sharp looking as some of the newer or more expensive vehicles. Again, you have your home here, which is you can get your multimedia, your phone, vehicle settings, and then information. Media right now it's off. I do have what's it called, satellite radio, which I might get because out here the radio stations aren't that much. I got the phone, and then I got the settings here for everything else. Again, what I like about this, it's just not all push button. It's typical knobs, easy to get to, very intuitive, faster response time. And again, it's not like today's modern vehicles, which everything is in the screen. They took all this up, integrated into one screen, and then if that's done, you're done. So it's one of those things why I like more simple, minimalistic drivetrains. Well guys, that brings the introduction to the newest fleet in the Cordetti Motorsport garage, the 2025 Mitsubishi RVR. Got the next couple episodes, you're going to see me do a winter prep package. We're going to go shopping for winter tires, which I already have some picked out, but I'll show you the process that I went through to choose the ones, or the decision I made to choose the ones that I did. So there'll be a separate video on that. Also fuel economy, ownership reviews, how-tos, likes, dislikes, changes I would suggest Mitsubishi makes to the RVR. Again, great platform. I think, as it's coming to the end of its cycle life, it's something that, a lot of motorists should take a look at if they want more of a simplistic, value-oriented vehicle that offers all the performance and, features that, the modern consumers are still looking for, but really, truly only need. But anyway, guys, hope you liked the video. Hope you like the new car. Let me know what you think about it. Drop it off in the comment section below, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Cordetti Motorsports. You guys stay loose for now.